Hi, welcome back. This is A once again for High Five Sci Vibes Tarot. This is your Cancer, November 2020, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, it's okay. Perhaps next month's message is the one for you. You could also check the links in the description box below for more readings. I do Cancer readings weekly every Friday, and I also do daily tarot reading. And I would post the links in the description box below for you to check out, and my blog for more spiritual hacks and other stuff to raise your vibration. I apologize if I pause in the middle because I hear a lot of messages in between readings, and English is not my first language, so I would have to articulate it lovingly and cohesively. So that it could be understood. Cancer, what are you abusive about? Are you abusing your emotions? Very much up in your shell, aloof, not wanting to communicate, perhaps? You have the devil card right there. There must be something that, if this is not substance abuse, codependence, abusive behavior, I strongly feel that this is not substance abuse. But to take what resonates, this is not substance abuse. This is not codependence in relationship, but but it could also be a codependence, but more of emotional torture that you do with yourself. The devil reminds us that entrapment is only for the willing. You can attach yourself or be dependent on somebody else out of love. This is the energy of I can't live without you. I can't figure out how am I gonna do without you. That is the devil card, my friends. That is the devil energy, because this is the energy of unwillingness to fill your own cup. As a result, you are feeling that void within you, using other people, using other things, and it's more of a self-trust issue, I could feel, or limiting beliefs or low self-esteem. It's not your fault. That's okay if you feel like you can't be enough. It's a process, of course, and you will eventually get there. The person you're dealing with, so lazy. I'm sorry, I can't help but hear lazy. Lazy, slow. This could be a scenario of that exact. See, my thought bubble reads, what the fuck? Eight of Swords. Can you see how these images are very much being trapped and trapped? Somebody got this, I think, a month ago. The exact same cards. This is the perfect combination for that entrapment, for that refusal to leave a toxic situation behind. This is the perfect combination of a toxic situation. You could be having a toxic relationship right now. You could be in a toxic relationship. I would post I would post in the description box below the link to my article about toxic girlfriend signs. It doesn't necessarily have to be a girlfriend, but being in a toxic relationship. And I hope it may help you get over that and go past that. You could be dealing with a narcissist, not only lazy, but a narcissist. And as I've mentioned, you could be feeling like you are not enough, but right off the bat, I would assure you and guarantee that you are always enough. You are enough, and you don't need any other, especially this person, even if he or she is your loved one. You don't need their validation for you to acknowledge that you are enough. As a cancer born individual, you know the your sign is a crab sign, and the crabs usually hide. They find their solace being alone, and perhaps you are like that, but um they could be passive aggressive, and that could be the your person's complain, quote unquote complain about you, that you lash out for uncommunicated reasons, unknown reasons, and this passive aggressive behavior could just be a result of this person's attitude towards you. This could be obsession, this could be laziness. I can't help but hear laziness, and you just can't get out of it. You just can't get out of this quote unquote rut. And perhaps you are thinking that you will never find your self once you leave the situation behind. But it's all about feelings of being trapped, feelings of no movement, feelings of pulling each other down, just like a crab mentality, pulling each other down just so the other could feel good about themselves, which is really unhealthy. You just I strongly feel that from your end, there are things, there are issues that are swept under the rug, and it remains inside of you. You are not communicating your feelings, your wants, your desires to this person. I strongly feel that this is a relationship scenario. If you are single, you could relate to the cancer born individual, cancer energies. You could use that as a point for reflection, whether you are in an abusive train of thought. But looking at these cards, I strongly see the color blue, which is representative of the throat chakra, and there could be an imbalance in your throat chakra. You could not be communicating what you want to happen. You could not be having, you're not initiating a heartfelt conversation with this person, and perhaps you're not also communicating or articulating their attitudes, mindset, behavior, actions towards you that make you feel hurt. So as a result, they just kept doing what they feel like doing, and since you lash out on them, they are using that against you. You are traversing a path of the unknown, something that is, it's either you are feeling so down right now, there are this is a cycle, a phase right now wherein your shadow energies are very much out in the open and you are operating both in your shadow energies. You could be lashing out on this person, just being emotional and just being inside yourself, hiding, isolating yourself, which is a non-verbal communication of your hurt, your pain about their actions towards you. And perhaps this is the right time to bring that out in the open, bring those issues out in the open. Sit down with your person and communicate what are your action steps, what should be done to make this work, or where could you meet halfway. Some people may not appear as you expected them to be. Perhaps they have been good to you, but now that you are living together, their shadow side is resurfacing, and you are encumbered by these thoughts, perhaps anxious by these thoughts, and there's restlessness around you just because there are things that are remain hidden, and you choose to hide it, you choose to turn a blind eye on it, and you choose not to communicate these issues that you have with your person. The person you're dealing with, as I've mentioned, they have the energy of boredom, apathy, and laziness, which unfortunately could just be a result of your non-communicated actions. Perhaps they're acting that way as a response or as a reaction to how you treat them to begin with. Both of you are treating each other perhaps unfairly. As a result, you are hiding, and you don't want to communicate out of love, perhaps, or you don't want to hurt the other. But as you just take everything in without communicating it, you run the risk of hurting each other in the long run, and perhaps both of you are not aware that you are already hurting each other. And others, one's actions are a reaction to the other's actions, and it just goes in cycles without even giving each other the space and giving each other the platform to air your grievances out. Your person seems to be perceiving this as an unwanted situation. Perhaps they feel injustice, they feel that there's no equal give and take. As a result, they have emotional baggage, emotional issues, and perhaps deep inside of them, they want to leave the situation behind, but they just feel stuck, perhaps because of those codependent energies, and perhaps both of you are operating in that space wherein you don't want to leave the situation behind because you feel like you would lose a part of yourself once you leave this person behind. Perhaps love could be the main reason you would want to stay, and perhaps both of you are asking yourselves in your quiet moments, should I stay or should I go? It is so toxic that it's taking a toll on the relationship. Both of these energies from your person signify that they are bored, they are unclear which way to go, no more spark, and they're just, this is just feels like a routine to them, and they're just waiting for that tower moment. They're just waiting for that moment, the divine intervention. They are waiting for that divine intervention, that this relationship will have to end. Both of these energies, there's blocks, there's injustice, inequality, and perhaps that's the one thing they are not communicating with you. But they are bored. They don't, they just lack the enthusiasm, they lack the spark. It doesn't necessarily mean that they don't love you anymore, because perhaps from their perspective, they are staying in this relationship out of love. And it's just a sad feeling, because this person may be unclear what happiness really means, to a point that they don't know what love is anymore. Ah, um, there's strong codependence, strong injustice, strong passive aggressive behavior around here. One end, they feel they lack the enthusiasm, they are feeling apathetic. From the other, they are lashing out, but out of the reaction to the other. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Perhaps this, as I've mentioned, I can see strong need for you to balance your throat chakra. You may need to communicate and initiate that platform for you to communicate this from a loving perspective. On the other end, from your person, this could also be you, I strongly feel that they need to work on the other hand, they need to work on their heart chakra. That means there must be, they should initiate working on equal give and take in this relationship. So for you to meet halfway, perhaps it could start with a loving conversation, without blame, but more on love. I feel that this relationship, blah 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 blah, I feel that, I observe that, blah 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 blah. It's not along the lines of it's your fault, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's you. It has to be from your end. I feel that this, insert any word you would want to insert, make it loving, heartfelt, and do not blame the other person. Otherwise, next reading, you'll see there's a tower card, and that means the universe will do something about the situation, which has to unfortunately end. If you can't walk away, perhaps it could start with that loving conversation. So I guess I would have to leave it at that. I could go on and on talking about codependence and narcissism, because I've been through that relationship and I'm so grateful for that. But I guess you would have to listen to your intuition and see how you could handle that better, this situation. Thank you for being here, and see you next month. Or you could check out the links in the description box below for more articles or for more love readings. Please like, share, and subscribe for more updates and to get this good vibes flowing. Thank you for being here. This is A once again, and see you next time. Bye.